Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers schedule release, 3 most intriguing matchups of 2024 season. Fans of the NFL have known since the end of the 2023 regular season that the Pittsburgh Steelers' schedule will be one of the most difficult in the league this upcoming season. But with the schedule officially released on May 15, Steelers fans truly saw just how difficult it will be. NFL Network's Gennaro Phillips ranked it the toughest schedule in the entire league. What that means, though, is the Steelers should have a lot of exciting showdowns with plenty of riveting storylines. Here are the 3 most intriguing matchups for the Steelers in 2024. 4 words can summarize why this matchup will be very intriguing: Russell Wilson revenge game. For that reason, it's surprising this one won't be in primetime. But Wilson will have an opportunity to beat Sean Payton and his former team in the 4 p.m. Eastern Time window on the second Sunday of the season. The Broncos are paying Wilson $39 million in 2024 to play for Pittsburgh. But Wilson won't be the only reason to tune in. Throughout history, Steelers-Broncos matchups have often been juicy contests. They've met in the playoffs 8 times, and the winner of those matchups went on to win the Super Bowl on 4 occasions. The Steelers don't really have any cupcakes on the entire 2024 schedule. However, they opened the campaign with 4 straight non-playoff opponents from last season. Furthermore, the only 2023 playoff team Pittsburgh plays before Veterans Day will be the Dallas Cowboys. Conversely, 6 of Pittsburgh's final 8 games of the 2024 season will be against 2023 playoff teams. The only 2 contests that won't be are a pair of matchups versus the Cincinnati Bengals. While the tough stretch run will make or break Pittsburgh's 2024 season, it is critical that Mike Tomlin's squad get off to a fast start this fall. That makes an early season matchup in the Mile High City very vital. The battle for Pennsylvania is always intriguing. As it has often been when the 2 franchises have met during the century, both the Steelers and Philadelphia Eagles will enter 2024 hoping to make deep playoff runs. Speaking of deep, this will be the latest in a season Pittsburgh and Philadelphia will meet since 1970. The Steelers will be trying to win in the city of brotherly love for the first time in 59 years. Since 1966, the Steelers are 0-10 at Philadelphia. Pittsburgh's last visit to Lincoln Financial Field ended in an embarrassing 35-13 defeat on October 30, 2022. The Steelers' 6 division games in November and December will be more critical than this cross-conference matchup. But the Steelers-Eagles showdown could have playoff implications for both the AFC and NFC. This is a fairly obvious choice for multiple reasons. It's a Christmas Day matchup with the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs that will take place on a Wednesday. This will be just the second time the Steelers play on Wednesday since 1937. The only other time was the originally scheduled Thanksgiving matchup with the Baltimore Ravens that moved to a Wednesday in 2020. The NFL rescheduled that showdown because of COVID-19. The Steelers-Chiefs matchup will also be historic from a broadcasting standpoint. Except in local markets, it will be exclusively available on Netflix. Of course, the matchup is also intriguing because Patrick Mahomes will be in Pittsburgh for the second time in his career. In his only previous visit to Acrisure Stadium, Mahomes completed 23 of 28 passes for 326 yards and 6 touchdowns. The Steelers will face the Ravens 4 days prior to Christmas and then finish the season against the Bengals. Those division showdowns are likely to have a bigger impact on Pittsburgh's playoff fate. But the Chiefs' matchup has national intrigue because of its historic relevance. Justin Fields had toxic relationship with Nick Foles and brutal criticism from Bears coach. Claims have emerged this week about Justin Fields' disappointing stint with the Chicago Bears, but the anonymous nature of the reporting makes it hard to evaluate. Now a Pittsburgh Steelers player, Fields is hoping for a fresh start after failing to live up to the expectations of Bears fans who saw him as a superstar quarterback. As the 25-year-old continues to find his footing in the NFL, whispers have started about how he behaved during his rookie year, shaping the early part of his career. It's been reported that Fields was not open to constructive criticism from Nick Foles, who often pointed out areas for improvement. Due to this lack of engagement, an anonymous source told Go Long that the relationship between Foles and Fields was toxic and they could not stand each other. Furthermore, former Bears executive Josh Lucas has previously stated that despite being the most talented quarterback on the team, Fields chose not to heed advice from Foles or Andy Dalton. "Justin wasn't great his rookie year. We thought having two vets with him would really help him with Andy and Nick, and that was not cohesive at all," Lucas said, according to Windy City Gridiron. "The part one kind of like about it was that Justin knew he was the best and should be out there. But the part you don't like about it is that there's a teachable moment in every point of practice. There's teachable moments in the building during the day, how you carry yourself as a quarterback. There's teachable moments at press conferences. There's a teachable moment every snap on Sunday. When you've got two guys that have won as much as Nick and seen as much as Andy, and you don't take that information in, because you're a little standoffish and a little abrasive, you're wasting that opportunity." What's more, a former Bears coach laid into Fields' deficiencies, telling Go Long, "Watch his eyes. He tries to see the whole thing and doesn't see anything. His eyes are all over the place and it's just really hard to watch. It's just bad football." In all, Fields threw for 6,674 yards and 40 touchdowns in his 3 seasons in Chicago. Additionally, the 25-year-old rushed for 1,143 yards in 2022, in what was thought to be a stepping stone to being a star but instead is now considered his best season. After a trio of lackluster seasons with the Chicago Bears, Fields was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he'll serve as backup quarterback to Russell Wilson, with Caleb Williams stepping into his shoes. As the Steelers ponder over how Fields fits into their game plan, there's chatter about him taking on an unexpected role. As the Steelers attempt to figure out how Fields factors into their plans, there have been talks about having Fields play an unexpected role. Steelers running back Jaylen Warren revealed on the Not Just Football podcast that Fields might be utilized as a kick returner. "Our special teams coordinator was talking about Justin Fields being back there. And we all looked at him like, Justin Fields bout to be back there? But I think it's pretty cool, as soon as you touch the ball that's when everything starts to happen." Terrible tall tales, Treylon Burks tabbed as WR Steelers will land. The formal or informal chats between representatives of NFL teams and draft prospects at the annual combine can span from the spectrum of mundane, awkward, bizarre, informative, conversational, and enlightening. This past winter, more than one soon-to-be drafted player found one topic in particular piqued the mutual interest of him and the team. "Everybody that I've talked to," Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Peyton Wilson said of team management types during the combine, "really loves that I was a wrestler and that I was a state champion wrestler." According to Pro Football Network's Dallas Robinson, Pittsburgh is the best fit and a possible option for Burks. At 6'2" and 225 pounds, Burks has the size to line up on the outside opposite George Pickens, Robinson wrote. Pittsburgh took low-cost free agent flyers on Van Jefferson and Quez Watkins this offseason, but the league probably knows what those veterans are capable of. Burks is a little more tantalizing and could offer untapped upside for the Steelers. The first is Jonathan Ward. The former Arizona Cardinal and Tennessee Titan impressed during both days of camp, showing off his speed and power during individual drills. Eddie Faulkner even called him old hands at one point, following a pass-blocking drill where Ward nearly pushed the RB coach into the next field. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Treylon Burks? Leave your opinion in the comments.